Have you ever wondered how much Marilyn Monroe's jewelry would be worth today? The woman who became the face of Hollywood glamour didn't own endless vaults of diamonds, but the pieces she did wear have become some of the most sought-after celebrity treasures in history. From romantic gifts and movie accessories to legendary diamonds worth over $1 million, each piece tells a fascinating story about fame, love, heartbreak, and luxury. Stay until number 1 because the final jewel is not only the most expensive item on this list, but also one of the most famous diamonds ever connected to Hollywood. Number 10. The Mexican turquoise bracelet. When people think of Marilyn Monroe, they usually imagine sparkling diamonds, luxury gowns, and glamorous movie premieres. However, her personal taste was often much simpler than the image the public saw. During a trip to Mexico in early 1962, Marilyn discovered a beautiful silver and turquoise jewelry set that immediately caught her attention. Unlike the expensive pieces she wore on movie sets, this bracelet reflected her appreciation for handmade craftsmanship and meaningful designs. The vibrant blue stones and traditional Mexican style stood out from the flashy jewelry associated with Hollywood. She purchased the set during one of the last happy periods of her life, making it even more meaningful to collectors today. While the materials themselves are not extremely rare, the bracelet's connection to Marilyn has dramatically increased its value. Experts estimate that pieces from this set could easily command more than $30,000 at auction. For fans, it represents the real Marilyn Monroe rather than the glamorous character the world knew. Number 9. The gold negligee pendant. One of Marilyn's most personal jewelry pieces was a delicate 14-karat gold necklace featuring 2 interlocking circles. It was elegant, simple, and completely different from the oversized jewelry audiences saw her wearing on screen. This necklace appeared in several private photographs where Marilyn looked relaxed and comfortable away from Hollywood's bright lights. The design symbolized connection, unity, and sophistication. Many historians believe it reflects the side of Marilyn that few people ever got to see. Because she owned relatively little fine jewelry herself, pieces like this carry tremendous historical value. The necklace is estimated to be worth between $15,000 and $20,000 today. While that may seem modest compared to some of the items later on this list, its importance comes from the fact that it was genuinely loved and regularly worn by Marilyn herself. Number 8. The Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend jewelry set. Few scenes in movie history are more recognizable than Marilyn Monroe performing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend while wearing her famous pink dress. The sparkling necklace and bracelets she wore looked like they belonged to royalty. Surprisingly, the jewelry wasn't made from real diamonds at all. The studio used carefully crafted costume jewelry made from glass and crystals because ensuring genuine diamonds of that size would have been far too expensive. Despite being fake, these pieces became legendary. Marilyn's performance transformed simple movie props into symbols of glamour and luxury. Generations later, people still instantly recognize the look. The set is now considered one of the most iconic collections of costume jewelry in cinema history. Its value is no longer based on materials but on cultural impact. To many collectors, it is simply priceless. Number 7. The How to Marry a Millionaire diamond earrings. When Marilyn starred in the classic film How to Marry a Millionaire, every detail of her appearance needed to reflect elegance and sophistication. To achieve that look, the studio borrowed a spectacular pair of diamond drop earrings from professional jewelers. These earrings weren't ordinary accessories. They featured cascading diamonds that caught the light beautifully with every movement. The effect was stunning both on screen and in promotional photographs. The earrings became closely associated with Marilyn during one of the most successful periods of her career. Although she never owned them personally, their connection to her image has made them highly desirable among collectors. Today, experts estimate that these earrings could easily be worth more than $100,000. Their value comes not only from the diamonds themselves, but also from their connection to one of Hollywood's most famous stars. Number 6. The 7-Year Itch Rhinestone Earrings. In 1954, Marilyn Monroe created one of the most iconic moments in entertainment history. While filming The 7-Year Itch in New York City, she stood over a subway grate as air lifted her white dress. The image became instantly legendary and remains one of the most famous photographs ever taken. Yet most people never noticed another detail from that scene: the sparkling rhinestone earrings she was wearing. These earrings weren't expensive, they weren't made from precious gemstones. They were simply costume jewelry chosen because they looked attractive under bright studio lights. However, once that scene became part of Hollywood history, the earrings became valuable as well. Their association with one of the most recognizable moments in cinema transformed them into treasured collectibles. When they eventually appeared at auction, they sold for approximately $50,000. It was proof that Marilyn Monroe had the rare ability to turn even the simplest objects into pieces of history. Number 5. The blank pane platinum and diamond watch. Among Marilyn's most sophisticated possessions was an extraordinary blanc pane cocktail watch. Crafted from platinum and decorated with 73 diamonds, it represented the highest level of luxury watchmaking. Unlike many items associated with Marilyn, this watch remained largely private. Historians believe it may have been a gift from playwright Arthur Miller during their marriage. Interestingly, there are very few photographs showing Marilyn wearing it publicly. The watch remained hidden from public view for decades before finally appearing at auction in 2016. Collectors immediately recognized its significance. The bidding quickly exceeded expectations, and the watch eventually sold for an impressive $225,000. Today it is displayed in the Blancpain Museum, where it serves as a reminder of Marilyn's refined personal taste and appreciation for true craftsmanship. Number 4. The Happy Birthday, Mr. President earrings. In 1962, Marilyn Monroe delivered one of the most talked about performances of her career. Standing before thousands of people at Madison Square Garden, she sang Happy Birthday to President John F. Kennedy in a performance that became part of American cultural history. Her crystal-covered dress attracted most of the attention, but another important detail completed the look: a pair of dazzling, dangling earrings. Like many of her famous accessories, the earrings were costume jewelry rather than genuine diamonds. Yet under the spotlight, they appeared every bit as glamorous as the rest of her outfit. Because they were worn during such a historic moment, the earrings became highly valuable collectibles. When auctioned years later, they sold for approximately $125,000, proving once again that Marilyn's legacy could elevate almost any object into something extraordinary. Number 3. The Gold M Monogram Pin. Not every valuable item in Marilyn Monroe's collection was extravagant. One of her most personal possessions was a simple gold pin shaped like the letter M. She often used it to secure scarves and accessorize casual outfits. While it may not seem impressive compared to million-dollar diamonds, the pin offers a rare glimpse into Marilyn's everyday life. The accessory reflected her understanding of branding, long before personal branding became common. By wearing her own initial, she reinforced the image she had carefully built throughout her career. Collectors were fascinated by the piece because it represented the private Marilyn rather than the Hollywood superstar. When it eventually appeared at auction, the small pin sold for around $10,000, an extraordinary amount for such a modest accessory. Number 2. The Ruby and Diamond Gift Ring. Few pieces connected to Marilyn Monroe are surrounded by as much mystery as her ruby and diamond cocktail ring. The ring featured a vivid red ruby surrounded by sparkling diamonds and appeared in several candid photographs throughout her life. Yet nobody knows for certain who gave it to her. Some historians believe it was a gift from Frank Sinatra. Others suggest it may have come from a secret admirer hidden from public view. Marilyn never revealed the truth, leaving the story unresolved. That mystery has only increased the ring's appeal. Collectors are drawn not only to its beauty, but also to the unanswered questions surrounding its origins. Today, experts estimate its value at more than $50,000. Yet for many fans, its true worth lies in the fascinating mystery that continues to surround it. Number 1. The Moon of Baroda Diamond. At the top of our list is the most valuable and legendary jewel ever associated with Marilyn Monroe, the Moon of Baroda Diamond. This extraordinary 24-karat pear-shaped yellow diamond has a history stretching back more than 500 years. Long before it arrived in Hollywood, it belonged to Indian royalty and passed through generations of powerful owners. In 1953, the diamond became linked to Marilyn when she wore it while promoting Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. The breathtaking yellow gem looked spectacular against her skin and instantly became part of Hollywood history. Unlike many of the costume pieces she wore during her career, this was a genuine world-class diamond with an incredible pedigree. It remains the most famous real gemstone ever associated with her name. When the Moon of Baroda finally returned to auction in 2018, collectors from around the world competed for the chance to own it. After intense bidding, the diamond sold for an astonishing $1.33 million. More than half a century after Marilyn's passing, her connection to the stone still added enormous value. It wasn't just a diamond, it was a piece of Hollywood history. From turquoise bracelets and simple gold pins to million-dollar diamonds, Marilyn Monroe's jewelry collection proves that true value comes from the stories behind the pieces. Which item surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Hollywood's most fascinating treasures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible celebrity stories and luxury collections.